What happens when a teacher goes on maternity leave only to be replaced by a very attractive substitute teacher? Find out on today's episode of Secret Love Stories, a series that discusses the best secret relationships shown on film and television. Before we get into the video, don't forget, please subscribe to the channel, and also press the notification bell to make sure that you don't miss any future secret love stories. This episode revolves around the Lifetime TV movie, Dirty Teacher. Jamie Hall, played by actress Kelsey Stranahan, is a smart student in her senior year of high school. She is dating Danny, played by actor Cameron Dean Stewart, who is the school's star baseball player. When Jamie's favorite teacher goes on maternity leave, nothing could prepare her for what was about to happen next. Attractive substitute teacher, Ms. Molly Matson, played by actress Josie Davis, arrives at the school, much to the enjoyment of male students. While being shown around the high school by the school principal, Danny appears to catch Ms. Matson's eye. Meanwhile, Jamie and Danny's relationship is going through a rocky patch. Jamie is focusing on doing well in her final year of school, so that she can get a scholarship to attend college. While she loves Danny, she is not ready to go all the way with him, much to Danny's dismay.
Danny, stop. You know I'm not ready.
I know.
Ms. Matson introduces herself to her new class, and when she notices that Danny is struggling with his schoolwork, jeopardizing his place on the baseball team, she asks for him to stay behind, so that she can give him extra tuition.
Danny? Can I see you for a moment?
Yeah.
If you're going to stay on the team, you need to maintain a 3.0. How's that working out for you? Why don't you see me after school?
Jamie watches on as her boyfriend spends time alone with their attractive new teacher. Danny thanks Ms. Matson for helping him with his schoolwork. He tells her that she is pretty cool. Ms. Matson tells Danny that she is free after school on Thursday to help him study for his midterm papers. Danny tells Ms. Matson that he has other plans, as Thursday is his anniversary with Jamie. Ms. Matson then asks for her young student's cell phone number, so that she can talk to him more about schoolwork. Ms. Matson purchases a prepaid cell, and begins to message Danny. However, when Danny ends their text exchanges abruptly, Ms. Matson is left upset. The next day at school, Ms. Matson gives Jamie a C grade on her assignment, jeopardizing her chance of getting a scholarship for college. She hands Danny his paper, and congratulates him on doing a great job. Jamie speaks to Ms. Matson after class to question her grade, and to see if there is anything else she can to improve it. Ms. Matson tells Jamie to resubmit a new paper by tomorrow.
Is that a problem?
No, I had some important plans.
More important than college?
Jamie agrees to cancel her plans that she has that evening, so that she can focus on the assignment. Danny is upset when Jamie cancels their anniversary plans. Jamie explains that she is not as lucky as Danny, as her parents cannot afford to send her to college, so she needs this scholarship. Danny gives Jamie her anniversary gift, neatly packaged. He wishes her happy anniversary. As Danny is preparing to go home, Ms. Matson pulls up alongside him in her car. Danny mentions that his baseball team lost their game, and that Jamie bailed on their anniversary dinner. Ms. Matson asks if Danny has any other plans, and he says that he was going to attend a friend's house party. Ms. Matson tells Danny that if he is interested, she has a sure way to cheer him up.
Well, if you're interested, I've got a sure way to cheer you up.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
Hop in and I'll show you.
Danny wastes no time, and quickly hops into his attractive teacher's car. Jamie is at home, finishing her assignment. She gets the urge to call Danny. Danny, who is at a restaurant with Ms. Matson, sees Jamie calling, but hangs up on her. Ms. Matson questions what Danny and Jamie had planned for their anniversary.
What were your plans tonight with Jamie? Are you guys gonna have dinner and then a little sex in the backseat?
Right. Maybe for those that are actually doing it.
Aw.
At the end of the night, Ms. Matson gives Danny her address, telling him to come over if he ever needs tutoring. While sat in the car, Ms. Matson reaches over Danny to retrieve something from the glove box. Danny is caught looking down his teacher's blouse. The pair lock eyes and get closer to one another. Danny hesitates and tells his teacher that he needs to go back to his car. The next day at school, Jamie greets Danny with a kiss. She asks him where he was last night. He lies. He tells her that he was at his friend's house. When Danny and Jamie's friends invite them to a party later that night, the pair agree to attend. While at the party, Danny takes Jamie into an empty bedroom. The pair get on the bed and kiss. However, when Danny begins to take things further, Jamie tells him to stop.
I said stop!
Feeling rejected, Danny walks out of the house, leaving Jamie alone on the bed. At home, Ms. Matson is laying alone on her bed. She sends a message to Danny, telling him that she is having car problems. Danny replies that he will be at her house in 10 minutes. Ms. Matson goes out of the house and deliberately disconnects the battery from her car. Jamie is looking for Danny at the party, but nobody has seen him. Ms. Matson notices that Danny has got his hands dirty while fixing her car. She tells him to come inside so that he can wash off. While in the house, Ms. Matson begins cleaning Danny's hands. The pair lock eyes, and Danny slowly leans in and shares a kiss with Ms. Matson. Danny pulls away and apologizes. Ms. Matson says that it is okay, that he is 18 and can do what he wants, with whoever he wants.
You're 18, you can do whatever you want, with whomever you want.
The pair begin to passionately kiss, which leads to the pair making love in Ms. Matson's kitchen. When Danny arrives home at 1 a.m., he finds Jamie on his driveway waiting for him. She is drunk. She wants to know who Danny has been with.
Have you been drinking?
Don't turn this around on me. Who is she?
I wasn't with anyone.
Liar!
Danny's mom exits the house after hearing their altercation.
Hey, what is going on here? Are you drunk? Why won't you talk to me?
Jamie gets in her car drunk and drives home. The next day at school, Jamie receives her grade back for her assignment. Ms. Matson has undermarked her again, giving her another C. Jamie confides to her friend that she thinks Ms. Matson has something against her.
I rewrote the entire paper. It's like she has something against me.
While alone in Ms. Matson's classroom, Danny tells her that his coach is threatening to kick him off the team due to his poor grades. Ms. Matson tells him that that will not happen. Jamie goes to confront Ms. Matson, and through the door she can see Ms. Matson and Danny appearing to get close. She begins to suspect that the pair are having an affair. The next day at school, Jamie sees Ms. Matson in the hall, but walks away from her before she has a chance to come over. Jamie sees Danny secretly texting someone, and when she asks who it is, he lies again and tells her that it is just a friend. She asks Danny if they can talk, but he makes an excuse and tells her he has to go. Jamie is suspicious, so decides to follow Danny. She sees him pull up and enter a house. When Jamie walks up to the house, through the window, she sees Danny and Ms. Matson kissing passionately. Danny spots Jamie. He quickly breaks away from Ms. Matson so that he can chase after her. He follows her all the way back to her house. The pair argue about what she saw. Danny begs Jamie not to tell his parents.
You know how much of a hard ass my dad is. If he found out about this, he'd kill me.
Danny tells Jamie that he didn't mean for this to happen. Ms. Matson tries to call Danny, but he doesn't answer her calls. She starts to become increasingly agitated. Ms. Matson sends several messages, which all go unanswered. The next day at school, Ms. Matson tells Jamie that she has had another look at her paper and awards her an A.
If you think this is how you're gonna get away with what you're doing, you're wrong.
What?
Ms. Matson can later be heard speaking with the school principal and telling her that Jamie has been very belligerent. Danny thanks Jamie for not saying anything about his relationship with Ms. Matson. He tells her that he is going to end it with Ms. Matson tonight. Jamie tells him that her parents will be out later, and to come over tonight. Danny agrees. Danny messages Ms. Matson and tells her to meet him at the park. When Danny's mom asked where he is going, he tells her that he is going to meet Jamie. Danny meets Ms. Matson in the park. He tells her that he doesn't like the way that she has been treating Jamie.
What do you have in mind? Back seat?
Okay.
What's wrong?
I just don't like the way that you've been treating Jamie.
I gave her an A. There's nothing to worry about. She's not gonna tell anybody.
Ms. Matson continues to seduce Danny, but he rejects her advances, and tells her that he is going to see Jamie. Ms. Matson tells Danny that Jamie won't give herself to him, and that she knows that Danny wants her. Danny snaps, telling Ms. Matson that he doesn't want her anymore.
That's enough.
I know that you want me.
No, I don't. Stop it. No, I don't want you anymore. You're such a freak.
In a fit of rage, Ms. Matson snaps. As Danny is walking away from her, she gets into her car and drives at him. Danny is hit and is pulled under Ms. Matson's car. Ms. Matson gets out of the car to check on Danny, but it is too late. Danny is dead. The next day, Jamie's mom enters her room and breaks the news that Danny is dead.
That was Detective Allen from the police department. They're at Danny's house.
Why?
They don't have all the details yet, but they need us to come down to the station.
Mom, just tell me what happened.
Danny's dead.
The police want Jamie to go to the police station. At the police station, Jamie is confronted by Danny's upset and angry parents. They believe Jamie was the last person to see Danny, and think that she killed him whilst driving intoxicated. Jamie tells the police that Danny had been having an affair with her teacher, Ms. Matson.
He said he was going to break up with his girlfriend. He was seeing someone else.
Any idea who?
Our teacher, Miss Matson.
What?
Ms. Matson is interviewed by police detectives. But by this time, she has already paid someone to fix her car. She denies ever having an affair with Danny.
Nothing inappropriate about your relationship with Danny Campbell then?
Oh, absolutely not. I would never do anything to hurt any of my kids.
So why do you think Jamie Hall made this accusation?
I don't know. She's one of my best students.
The detectives believe Ms. Matson's denial, and when bloodstains, planted by Ms. Matson, are found on Jamie's car, she is arrested.
Under arrest.
Wait a minute, what are you doing?
Hold on, detective.
Mom?
Say Campbell.
Mom?
Can't issue in a court of law.
And while police are saying very little about the charges, we have learned that a bail hearing has now been set for 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. For now, though, from Wilford High School, I'm Rick Chambers. Let's go back to the studio.
Jamie is eventually released on bail, but is forced to wear an ankle monitor.
So I can't leave the house at all?
Not until the trial.
But that could be months.
Your mom and I are doing everything we can to get you out of this.
Jamie sneaks out of the house and drives over to Miss Matson's house to confront her. She turns on the voice recorder app, hoping to record a confession. She storms into the house, and the pair get into an argument.
Okay, I'm not gonna listen to this. You need to go.
Put that blood on my car!
You're crazy! Get out of my house!
Why did you kill him, Molly? Huh? What? Was he gonna tell on you?
Ms. Matson spots the phone in Jamie's pocket. She smashes the phone. Jamie tells her that Danny didn't want her, and that he used her like a whore.
Get out of my
He
house!
didn't want you. He used you like a whore. He used you to get what he thought he needed. Look at you. You're pathetic.
Ms. Matson snaps. She picks up a kitchen knife and threatens Jamie.
He wanted to be with me! But because you interfered, he's not with me anymore!
The pair get into a physical altercation. In the melee, the knife slips and slashes Ms. Matson across the face. Jamie tries to run away, but Ms. Matson corners her, whilst threatening her with the knife. As Ms. Matson confesses to murdering Danny, a police officer, who has followed Jamie's ankle monitor, storms into the house, and grabs the knife. Ms. Matson pleads for help, telling the officer that Jamie is crazy. But it is too late. He had overheard everything she said to Jamie. As a last-ditch attempt, Ms. Matson attacks the officer and begins to flee from the house. Jamie seizes the officer's gun and threatens to shoot Ms. Matson.
You don't know what to do with a gun.
You want to bet?
Backup officers arrive on the scene, and Ms. Matson is arrested.
Well, apparently this wasn't the first time. She admitted to being involved in a student affair back east, but the district covered it up.
And she was able to move to LA and just get a job like nothing ever happened?
She had the credentials.
Weeks after the arrest, Ms. Matson is now in prison. A news story about her appears on the prison television. When high school students are asked what they would do if a teacher tried to seduce them, a student responds that if she looks like Ms. Matson, he would let her have her way with him.
He asked a variety of students how they might react if confronted with a teacher temptress.
Well, if she looks anything like that Miss Matson, hell yeah, I'd let her have her way with me. I mean, look at her, she's hot. If that was my teacher, I'd never skip class.
Ms. Matson can be seen in prison watching the news segment, happy by the young student's response. What did you think of today's episode? Danny, who appeared to be in a happy relationship with his girlfriend Jamie, was able to be seduced by an attractive older teacher. This is something that is considered to be every young male student's dream. Ms. Matson's actions are far from excusable. She abuses her position of authority by grooming and manipulating Danny. The power imbalance inherent in a teacher-student relationship is exploited for her own gratification. The thrill of the forbidden likely contribute to the intensity of her desire. Ms. Matson deliberately caused a rift between Danny and Jamie by giving her poor grades and giving Danny extra tuition. When it was revealed that Danny and Jamie had not had sex, Ms. Matson knew she could give Danny something Jamie wouldn't. As the secret affair progressed, Ms. Matson's possessiveness intensified. When Danny finally breaks off the affair to return to Jamie, Ms. Matson's world crumbles, and in a crime of passion, she killed Danny by hitting him with her car. She then tried to cover up her crime by trying to frame Jamie, showcasing just how far a person consumed by obsession will go. The affair between student and teacher proved to be a fatal one. And once correctly arrested for her crimes, Ms. Matson appears to have no remorse. She can be seen smiling when she hears that another young student finds her attractive. If you were a student, do you think that you could ever be seduced by an attractive teacher? Let us know in the comments below. Now, if you enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up. Also, consider subscribing to the channel. It's free, and it will make sure that you don't miss out on future secret love stories. Thank you for watching, and see you on the next episode of Secret Love Stories.